So when it comes to being consistent with things in life, you need to accept that you're going to fail a lot more. You're going to produce bad things, and that's okay. That's part of the process. See, I remember when I first started creating music, I would go through these dulls where I just didn't feel creative. I just felt like I wasn't creating my best work. And I'd look back at myself 3, 4, 6 months ago, and I'd be looking at the work I was producing. I was like, that was so much better than what I'm doing now. How have I got worse over time? But what you need to realize is with being consistent, you're going to see some of your worst work. You know, if you're turning up every single day, you need to accept that you're gonna mine dirt sometimes. You're not always gonna find a diamond day to day just through being consistent. And of course, you're gonna have those months, those weeks where everything seems to go right. Everything you produce just seems to be golden. But then you're gonna go through them lows where things you're producing just aren't good. I've even experienced here making these videos where sometimes I wake up and I don't even feel like I'm speaking properly or I'm not articulating myself right. I've already had to record this video 3 times because I haven't been happy with the outcome. And it goes same with gym. Let's say you turn up to the gym every single day, 365 days a year. You can't expect every single one of those days you're gonna hit PR. Some of those days you're gonna go and you just don't feel like it, but you go anyway and you're consistent, but you don't have the best workout you could have had. You know, you're not hitting PRs, or maybe your bench has gone down a little bit and you're like, why am I weaker than I was 2 months ago? What you need to realize is that's just part of the process, bro. Perhaps it was your diet, perhaps you just didn't get enough sleep. What you need to do is just accept that, you know, being consistent, you're going to see your worst days. You're going to see days where you don't show up and be your best. But what you need to also accept is that if you keep being consistent, you're eventually going to find those diamond days where you do hit the PRs, where you do create that piece of work that changes your life. You're going to make that video that blows up just because you was consistent with it. Like, who's going to win the boxing match? The guy who turns up when he feels like it because he thinks he's going to have a good day? Or the guy who turns up no matter how he feels, no matter if the day is good or bad, if the day before he got punched in the face in sparring, he got knocked down, but he turns up the next day and keeps going? Who's going to win? I think the answer is pretty clear. But what you guys need to realize is being consistent, you are going to see your worst days. But that doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. That just means you have to make it through these lows to see the diamonds. And being bad is just part of the process. No one starts off great. And even the great players in the game, they're going to have their off days. I'm sure Hamza has his bad days on YouTube. I'm sure LeBron James has his bad games. It doesn't mean they're not consistent, and that doesn't mean they're not good. So you need to stop defining yourself on your bad days and define yourself from the consistency and the work you've been putting in. Because eventually, all that consistency will add up and compound, and you will have a great success. Because who's to say that one time you don't turn up and make that piece of music or that video or train that day, that you discover something new, you come up with a great idea that you produce and changes your life? Because if you're not consistent, you're never going to find those days. So when it comes to being consistent, just remember, you're going to see the worst of yourself, but you're also going to see the best of yourself. Don't define yourself by the good days or the bad days. Define yourself by the consistency that you have day to day. Because through relentless consistency, you will find success.